Welcome to another episode of Coco and Teal Speech Therapy. I'm Teal, this is Coco. Between the ages of 0 to 4 months, your baby is on a liquid diet. This is breast milk or formula. Between 4 and 6 months, you can start introducing some really fine purees, like rice cereal puree, or mashed potatoes or vegetables that are pureed really, really well. Between 4 and 6 months, they might become interested in substituting some of their liquid diet for these pureed items instead. Between 6 and 9 months, think about thickening the puree that you're providing. I want to mention that most of your child's calories at this stage are still coming from that liquid diet, maybe one meal a day, or the equivalent of 1 meal's worth of calories will be provided through solid food at this stage. You can start to thicken the puree. You could also try some ground or fork smashed cooked vegetables. Maybe when you're providing the puree, start to allow some chunks to stay in that puree. We want to start adding some texture here to your child's diet. Between 9 and 12 months, continue to pay attention to the size of chunks in the puree that your child can tolerate. We can also introduce some soft, chopped foods like deli meat that's been chopped up or cooked vegetables that have been smashed or chopped. Between 1 and 2 years, as the variety of foods that your child tolerates continues to expand, think about weaning them off of whatever liquid diet remains. Between the ages of 2 and 3 years, your child should be expected to eat almost everything that you and the rest of the family is eating, of course, cut into appropriate bite-sized pieces. Red flags include stuffing of the mouth or pocketing food in their cheeks. Some kids might have a really hard time slowing down and taking one bite at a time, and they end up with a huge wad of food in their mouth that they can't actually swallow. Some more red flags might be gagging and choking consistently on either foods or liquids. Also, notice if your child is really averse to advancing through the textures that I described in this video. For kids with sensory differences, it can be really challenging when we start to add chunks into their puree and when we start expecting things like bites of food. Or new textures, colors, and flavors. If you have any questions or concerns about the way your child is eating, I urge you to contact an early intervention agency in your area. You can work with a speech therapist and/or occupational therapist to address your child's specific feeding issues. Thank you for watching another episode of Coco and Teal Speech Therapy. See you next week.